Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I am here with a very special guest. In fact, she was supposed to be my first guest, but it's okay because accidents, we all know that happens. This is Kylie of the project NUDA.
Yeah. Hello,
Awesome.
Skya.
Yes, I finally did something right.
Hey.
Uh,
Well, dang, someone cuts the wires in our neighborhood and kills our connection, and I get bumped down.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I just got to give you a little bit of a hard time, that's all.
That's okay. I was seriously looking forward to our chatting though last week, but that's okay. I was looking forward to this, and I'm happy we were able to make this happen.
Me too. I appreciate your time. I really do. Thank you so much. So for those who are not aware of your music, would you like to tell a little bit about it?
Yeah. So I make darkwave industrial music. It's instrumental, so I don't sing on it. I'm also not a singer. I never really had a desire to. There's people way better who were placed on this world to be singers, and that's just not me. I like I like to play keyboards. That's what I do, and I perform live, keyboards, and I break out electric guitar on a song or two here and there. It's been a great project. I've had it for about 5, 6 years now. I write all my own music, and I have other geniuses mix and master my music because I'll just go into the fetal position in the corner if I try to sit there and EQ every little thing. So I just try to focus on writing the music and then getting it ready to perform live and play it live for everyone. And it's been super cool. I'm so happy with the adventures Nuda project has been taking me, and
I
very, very
bet.
grateful. And it's led me to you and the Sounds and
Oh,
Shadows, I think is where you posted where you wanted to interview some bands, right?
I
So
did.
yeah, that group is amazing. It's really brought a lot of connections to people, and it's so great to see.
It is. It is. And there's so many, like you said, there's so many great people in there. And some people, me personally, I am kind of what my wife calls a hermit because I don't leave much. I'm either at work or at home or making music, one of the two. Um, but yeah, I never would have thought that making one simple post is like floodgates.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
yeah,
Well,
and people just wanting to chat. And I was just like, awesome, this is
it's
great.
great. Yeah, I think COVID actually helped bring people more awareness and how more we can connect to each other virtually too. And it's just like just put that bug, the spread in a positive way of like, oh, we can actually talk to each other, online, and that's okay. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I've got to work with artists from different states to, work on performing keys live for them. And like for Third Realm, Nathan, the singer, he sent me the backing tracks, and like I learn stuff, and then I show up on the flight, with my keyboard. We go on stage, no rehearsal, like we learn our parts and here we go, sort of thing. And yeah, virtual stuff is great. I'm happy people are grabbing onto it and can feel comfortable sharing everything about their adventures and writing music, going through, what is getting your gear together for tour or something like that. People get to have a good insight to what that looks like for all of us. And I think it's super cool.
I do too. I can tell them a good insight to being in a band. It's nightmarish. No, it just depends on what type of band you're in or the people that are in the band personally. So
Definitely. That really makes or breaks a connection. Like the music could be good, but if your, energies aren't meshing well, it's just not going to be a good combo for anyone, people listening to it, people watching you, people actually being together in it. It's just not a good thing. But I've been graced by many great artists since I started this project. So I got to meet Alice. We are doing a tour together in the fall. And what happened is we played a show together first in Spokane. Shout out to Ryan and Elizabeth out there. They're the promoters and the goth industrial scene out there. They were our matchmakers pretty much. So Nuda, we got to open up for Alice, and we just hit it off immediately. One of the nicest people I've ever gotten to meet. And then later on, they had some lineup change and they said, "Hey, would you be interested in playing keys for us in our upcoming tour?" And this was last year. And I was like, "Holy gosh, yes, I can't say no to this. This is awesome." And like, what better people could I spend the road with, with Alice? And and we get to do it again this fall. And I'm
Nice.
so excited. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty great. I like it a lot. It's fun. It's really got me to really expand and grow muscles more into um just adding more of my elements to other people's songs, like because when I play live on keys for other people, I'm not playing the exact things. It depends. I could either be playing the exact things that they already have written before, or I add a subtle layer on top of it that doesn't overpower it. It just adds a little bit to it. But that's the fun part. I get to do a deep dive to other people's songs and add a
Nice.
new touch to it. And it's really cool to see, because like I can sit all day and hours doing my own music, but it's fun to like, throw the textbook to the side and like focus on this new shiny object and learn things, for someone else. So, and it's fun.
That sounds that's really awesome actually. Alice is a really cool band too. A friend of mine turned me on to them. They're like, "Here, check this out." And I was like, "It's cool." And they're like, "Here, try the Birthday Massacre." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa." I was like, "Okay, well,
They're
things have
great.
changed."
Yeah. Birthday Massacre is a bucket list item for me. So yeah, that'd be cool to share them.
Oh yeah.
All their music is great. I like it every time. Every time I hear something new from them, I'm like, who is this? Like, oh, of course, it's Birthday Massacre. It's really good. I love it.
So, how did you get your start in the music industry?
I give that credit to my dad. I grew up my dad playing drums and singing in a rock band. So I
Okay.
was yeah, so we actually yeah, I grew up around my dad playing drums. I have a sister. She also plays bass, and she actually learned piano. She's a piano player. I'm just a keyboard player. There's a whole difference.
Oh,
It's a whole
oh,
different. I don't know notes. I just push keys until they sound good with a combo together. Piano is a whole different thing. Um, so yeah, so it was my dad, so that was inspirational. And then, like in fourth grade, there's a time where you get to pick your instrument. I think some schools they let you do that. You can do like the
hmm.
recorder class, or you can have another class where you pick like, guitar, violin, horns. I chose violin. So I played that for a little bit. It was fun. I maybe would pick it up again now that I'm a lot older, but we'll see. But I do enjoy the instrument. But in my teenage years, I actually picked up electric guitar, and that was a bit that was pretty cool. I learned all new metal songs, of course. So, new metal plus Blink-182 and Tool, A Perfect Circle, all of those.
Hey, I, I
So
understand. We're
yeah, I
pro.
mean, you have to be well-rounded, I think, to get, just an idea of everything that's out there. And that's where you actually can create your own sound, of your favorite pieces of everything. So yeah, I learned guitar, and my sister and my dad actually started our own electronic rock. Uh, sorry, this is my cat Snoopy. She's
Hey,
the baby.
Sophie.
She's adorable.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
kitty.
Yes. She will leave bite marks on merch bags. I actually just posted a video about that. She likes to leave her mark, make sure people know that this package came from the NUDA family.
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, distracted. We started a band called Possessed Tranquility, and it was electronic rock. It was a mixture. People told us it was a sound of Stabbing Western and Depeche Mode blend.
Ooh.
It was
Oh,
really fun. We
oh.
got to open up for really fun bands like Orgy, West Borland's Blacklight Burns, which was our first show, and I nearly just fell to the floor because West Borland was my biggest guitar player idol. So I was like, okay, this is great. My very first show. And it's with Westmoreland. Cool. I'm gonna cry. Um, and we did that for a good amount of time. I want to say three years, maybe a little bit longer. But after that, I moved out to Washington and everyone else was back in California still. So that was sadly the end of Possessed Tranquility. But I missed playing live shows and I started making music on a computer in my late teenage years, like 18, 17, because that's actually what my dad did too. He's also an artist, so he made his own music. So a lot of it, I would just watch my dad make music growing up all the time. I'd be in the studio with him and he'd ask me things of how stuff sounded. I'd give feedback and vice versa. We'd make songs together. And that was really, really cool to watch and learn him do that. So I started doing it on my own when I got a big girl job and I was able to afford my own laptop and VSTs and Ableton and all the things. So I just started messing around and I created songs here and there, like, I don't know, for like loosely over 5 years. And then when I move out to Washington, I'm like, okay, I miss playing music. I can't wait on everyone else to push me forward. And if I really want to do this, I need to do this by myself.
Right.
So I made it a point, I'm like, I'm going to make an album and finish the songs I started writing, years ago and put it together. And that's where NUDA became a thing. My dad actually helped me come up with the name. NUDA means naked in French and
Okay.
boredom in Polish. So it felt fitting for a solo artist because it's just me. And I think it was a good word to encompass everything around it. And my just perfectionist brain and wanting to make sure everything was going to go the way that I envisioned. I worked on logo and artwork and just putting all the things in places that I had dreamed of working, and it's working. It has been working, and it's wonderful, and I'm so grateful. Um, yeah, and then that's actually where I met my partner Sky, which is why I thought your name was Sky, but it's different. Um, he actually is a big holding foundation for NUDA because he brings my ideas to life. Um,
Nice.
he programs my lights for my light show. He assists me with the set design, and we bounce back and forth ideas. He films and directs and edits my music videos. It's amazing. He's a one-stop shop. It's amazing. And
Awesome.
his connection too, and Tacoma World in Seattle, Washington. He's a director for a music program for kids from 12 to 18. So he's just
Nice.
knows everyone. He does everything, and so happy and fortunate to have met him.
Sounds like a great person.
Yeah, he is. And I also have to give a shout out to like promoters who have given me a chance, for being a new artist, 6 years ago, independent and never playing a live show as Nuda before. They really took a chance on, allowing me to try this out. And I wanted to make sure I was actually ready before I even asked, to play a live show. And I think that really benefited me because once I played the first show, the second show, it just took off. And it was good. It made me really happy. So yeah, so many promoters. I could list them, but I'm not going to. But just I'm super thankful for everyone who's given me a chance to make this project like become a dream.
That's amazing. You're blessed. You're truly blessed. I will say that. I love your music. It's great to just kind of chill out to. I do. Unless I'm trying to work on my music, I'm like, okay, I can't listen to her stuff because then I'm gonna feel like really bad because I can't. I'm a keyboard player too, and I'm like, all right, that's enough. So,
Nice. That's funny. Thank
but
you.
hey, no, thank you. I'm always happy to talk to an artist that I respect and admire. So that's why I do these, so I can make sure that I let those artists know that hey, I like your work and I respect and admire you.
Thank
So
you. Oh, I love
you're
that.
welcome.
Oh, what
Yeah.
kind of music do you make? What do you play? You play keyboard.
Uh,
What do you do?
polka, mostly polka. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
What?
No,
Okay, I'm like, that's a twist.
uh, um, I am kind of working right now on a old school industrial slash kind of future pop mixture.
Okay.
So we'll see how it turns out. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Is this a new project that you've had, or is it something brand new?
This project has been around, I think I was 16 when I started with one of my buddies,
Okay.
and we got into his parents' basement. We had computers set up, and we were nerds. We had like Acid. I don't know if you remember that
Yep,
program.
I do.
All my first songs, we wrote them on Acid. He played the guitar. I would do some bass stuff as well. We both did vocals. He would do the clean, soft melodic vocals, and I had the harsh ones. But then I think he got laryngitis at one point, so I started doing the clean vocals. And he started laughing. He's like, "You're better than me. I'm done." I was like, "Whatever, man. Come on."
No. Oh, goodness.
Um, and then we got a female singer that joined, and they got married. And he was just like, "Well, we can't do it anymore." And I was like, "It's okay." I was like, "Do you mind if I do it?" And he's like, "Take the material. It's all yours." So
Nice.
right now I'm in the process of reworking it and seeing what is good, what it's, what's not too dated, and just
Oh,
trying to kind of play around with some stuff and see what I can come up with.
oh, that's so exciting. I'm glad you're resurrecting it. That's seems to be the theme lately too. So,
But it's kind of one of those things where I think it's important for every artist to visit to where they started to
mhm,
kind of make sure that you don't lose those roots.
right.
And for me, that is an important root that has stayed with me my entire life. Even though I've been in buku other bands,
Mhm.
I would still at least maybe once a week go back and listen to that album we recorded
Yeah.
and just listen to it. And I kept putting it off, kept putting it off, kept putting it off. COVID happened, and I was listening to that album a lot. I worked in the hospital, so I was like,
Oh,
I
wow.
definitely need something.
Yeah, goodness.
And then my wife was talking to me. It was probably a few months ago. She bought this really nice keyboard. I can't tell you what type it is. All I know is it's a behemoth and it does everything. And she was like, maybe you should start making music again. I was like, oh, whatever. So I sat in front of the keyboard and I pressed a couple buttons. Then I started pressing more and more. And I was like, it's there.
Yes. That is a keeper. Your wife and
It
the keyboard.
is. I hope so. I mean,
Really.
I really hope so.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so great to get that spark back.
It is. It's very fulfilling and rewarding. And then it's even better now that I'm starting to learn about other bands. Ah, it's the cat. Shout out to the cat. Everybody loves a cat.
Thank you. I think all nerdy goth people love cats in one way or the other.
We have two, and I'm allergic to them.
Oh, yeah, that's a different level of love there.
But so yeah, what inspires you? Your music is very eclectic in a sense. I would say it's eclectic from the style and the feel. Where do you get your inspirations from?
Oi. Um, Gosh, well, I mean, naming some bands I learned when I was playing guitar was I always geared towards a melodic sounds, like in comparison Tool versus a perfect circle. I liked a perfect circle more because there's more melody to it and I see more emotion behind it. The notes that make you go, oh, like those
Yeah,
notes. And I just um maybe just I had a great upbringing that my parents had good taste in music also. When I discovered Gary Newman, that was jaw-dropping. That was I 14-year-old me was just floored that this existed. So I was obsessed with Gary Newman through my, end of my high school years and still
same,
he's
same.
amazing. Yeah, gosh, I have like a whole thing of Gary Newman framed of stuff that I was lucky to have him sign when I got to meet him. And he's just a super hu like cool human being. So it was Gary. So that was like the start of the darker electronic music that hit me. I grew up listening to Orgy also, and I did like Orgy and their sounds too. But I think Gary Newman, like this was like the other side of like synth music and just harsher
Yeah,
sound, 100%. And I like that because I was always like I was a gamer. I'm also a nerd. Like I used to play WoW and Diablo and hours of my life spent playing that. So I build my own like custom gaming PC and you name it. So
That's
yeah.
okay. I am too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's fun. It
Goes hand to hand with us.
it does. Yeah, because it's all the little pieces, that you have to put together and make something complete. And you can do that on, a computer with a keyboard and all the things that come along with it. So with Gary Newman, then also came Skinny Puppy and then Frontline Assembly, Ogre, and everything else around it. But then on the other side, I like Imogen Heap and Aurora because they have like super awesome hunting vocals and neat pieces around, I like their music too. So it's not just dark industrial. I do like all the other, you know, different kinds of music, indie. There's Fanagram, there's, new metal like Korn, though I haven't listened to a lot of their stuff lately, but that was one of my favorites growing up too. So I think just the sounds, I don't know, I heard someone's call it like lizard brain one time.
Hmm.
The RB kind of sound just has always hit my brain in a good, like exciting way. And also having lots of layers to a song is I find interesting because I would say a lot of mainstream music, and I'm not saying this as a diss or like dislike or anything like that, but it's very singular layer, it feels like, in
Yeah.
mainstream rock music. There's not a lot going on. There's a lot going on, but there's not like intricate pieces going on that you can do with electronic music. And I've liked noise, noise
Yeah.
and different things going on in your ears. And I just started playing around with VSTs and learned about VSTs and how many there are. Dear Lord,
Oh
there's
yeah.
so many out there. It's stupid. Thank goodness I have a job because a lot of that goes to the VSTs. So finding those sounds that you just go through the library and click through all the things until you hear a sound and go, oh, that sounds cool. Um, yeah, I just click things and hit notes until it makes me go, oh, I like that. And then I just happen to build on top of that. Um, Now when inspiration actually strikes of like I want to write a song, it just depends. Lately I've been feeling a lot more inspiration because I get to be a part of a couple new projects or just multiple things at once right now.
Hmm.
Ghosts in the Graveyard, they just signed with Remission entertainment label. They asked me to be part of their Live Keys lineup. So I'm sitting down and learning their music today and gonna get that ready. Preparing for the NUDA plus Alice tour in the fall. So I'm just like, I'm just surrounded by music right now. And like, but I want to make my own music right now before I get too buried for the next 4 or 5 months. So pressure, that's inspiring. And on the darker side, death has been inspiring. One of my songs called Missing on the second album, Mindful Tragedies album, came out right after I learned a high school friend passed away. Um, and that sucked because he was a drummer. And last year, senior high school, my sister and I, we played like, it was at a performing arts school in our senior year. And he was a drummer. We played Foo Fighters, we played Muse, just all the cool songs. He was such a cool guy. He looked like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and he's just a sweet guy and tall, and I'm short. So we also won like Homecoming King and Queen together, and that was pretty cool. So we were good friends. And finding out, on the Facebook world when you go and tap in, years later, like, oh, I wonder how this person is doing. And you dig in and you see articles of things that happened. And like, that hit hard. That hit really hard. So missing actually came out of that. But and now, there's the darker side of it with my music. A lot of it comes around, mental illness and
Yeah.
trauma, which I show that, I'm a happy, bubbly person. I really am.
Hmm.
But then there's also, the deep internal struggle, daily stuff that also my brain goes through. And I think that's where I'm happy to have this project to express that darker side on stage and say, hey, this is actually all of inside of me. This is what you see on
Yeah,
stage. And I only felt like I got to be 100% myself on stage. And I'm
that's good.
happy that I was able to create music that portrayed everything that was going on um over the years, which has been a lot. But that is life. I'm everyone goes through so much, and that's why I try to remember like just be kind to people because you have no idea what's going on or what that person why they cut you off, on the street or why
Yeah,
this person snapped back at you. It's just like you have no idea. Um, and I need to remind myself of that too sometimes because you get into like the daily monotonous, like repetitive, transactions of peopling, and then you have to like step back, like, oh, I need to like maybe be nicer today, kind of thing. At least that's just what I go through my struggles sometimes. But yeah, people watching other shows, trauma, good things also. It just depends. I wish I had a formula for it because there are times where I'm not feeling creative at the moment, but I when I reflect on the reason why I may not be creative, it's because I'm just overwhelmed and I'm
yeah.
overdoing it. And when you force something, it's just not a good thing. You just got to put things on the shelf and just like come back to it when you're rested. So I'm also still learning, learning this life thing. It's hard, but it does make me happy. Music makes me happy and everything around it.
That's good. That's good. And that's God. I wish I had you first, sister. Might have made my life a little easier growing up. Uh, I definitely want to say this to you and to anybody who watches this. Mental health awareness is very important, especially in general, and to the ones that we have lost in those battles. So if anybody out there has any, you feel like you can't talk to anyone, yes, you can. You can always talk. Reach out to my channel or email me or message me on Facebook. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I myself deal with anxiety and sometimes crippling depression. But you got to remember what you're living for and remember there's always somebody out there that loves you. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, well said, definitely. And if
Thank
I
you.
might add to that to share, not to overshadow or anything, there's free programs out there. There's one called NAMI that I've gone to. It's a free support groups for people mental illness and down to like bipolar disorder or trauma or PTSD. They sometimes host them in church or just community volunteer places, just wherever space is that people can be. But it's a thing to show that you're not alone. You can
Yeah,
speak mind and and it's free. So you can just sign up and go. I think they have Zoom calls now that they can do virtually now. But yeah, check that out too. In addition to those wonderful words you said too.
they're just words from me. I'm just a normal guy coasting through the world, but I appreciate it. So we know that you're going on tour with Alice. We know that you're going to be with Ghost in the Graveyard on tour as well, which is funny you mentioned them because I talked to the lead vocalist about getting him on the show, and he's got to see about setting a date up.
Oh, that's
Uh,
funny. I'll poke fire
so
in.
just be like, hey, I already did an interview with him. Just go ahead and do it. Be like,
Where have you been?
I already did it. um, and I'm assuming probably at some point you'll start working on another album if you're not already.
Actually,
See?
yes. You're the first to know this. I've actually finished the album cover, the album name, and an idea of song track titles today. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited, but I still have more things to release before I even think about doing that one yet. Because I have a new
Awesome.
music video coming out for Trigger that will be releasing this year. And that one's it's gonna be a good one. I haven't had a music video released and since All in Your Head, and I think that was 2021. So I'm way overdue. And
Nice.
it's gonna be a good one. Speaking of mental illness, it's a good one. I'm excited.
Good. I can't wait to see it. And thank you for sharing that information about the new album. Ha! See, people,
Got it
I
first.
told you I could do it. Is there anything you'd like to say to our audience before we depart?
Just a huge thank you for believing in me, spending your time with me, spending your money to support me, buying merch. It is so helpful. It is so, so helpful. Like I can say that 10 more times. Like, thank you, thank you. Being an independent artist, like everything just goes back into NUDA where whether it's upgrading my gear, I'm looking to consolidate my gear so I can go international and make that easier. So it's just like, or get like new bulk of merch or merch ideas. It just all goes back into the NUDA project. And just thank you for believing in me and be good to yourselves. Don't be hard on yourselves and find find your inner peace if you can.
I agree with that. Thank you so much. Those are great words, actually. And please like and support Nudo. I'll have a list in the details of the videos below where you can get everything, all her merch, links to her videos, all that stuff. So you don't have an excuse to say, like, well, I never know. I told you and I gave you the information. So just warning you nicely. Nice guy warning.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being my guest. It was a pleasure talking to you. And there's the cat again.
Snow people.
Oh,
Bye.
Snoopy. I'll interview Snoopy next time. That should
All
be a
right.
good one.
Yeah, it'll be good. Lots of cat butt, maybe.
I'm used to it. Used to it. All right.
Thank
Well,
you for
thank you.
having me.
No, thank you.